In early 2010, on a busier-than-normal lunch service, I was in the dining room helping out the servers when I found myself clearing appetizers from a table of 4 foodies on vacation to New York. And they were going to the airport to head back home after their meal. I overheard them talking. What an amazing trip. We've been to all the best restaurants. And they listed a bunch. Per se, Le Bernardin, Danielle, Momofuku, now 11 Madison Park. Then another person jumped in. Yeah, but the only thing we didn't get to try was a New York City hot dog. You know those moments in a cartoon where the animated light bulb goes off over the character's head, signifying they're about to come up with a really good idea? If you'd been in the room with me that day, you would have seen one appear over mine. As calmly as I possibly could, I walked gracefully back into the kitchen, dropped off the plates, and then literally ran out the front door and down the block to the hot dog cart. I bought a hot dog and ran just as fast back into the kitchen. Now came the hard part, convincing the chef to serve it in our fancy fine dining restaurant. Guys, he looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Serving what New Yorkers call a dirty water dog in a fancy 4-star restaurant, but I asked him to trust me, and I told him it was important to me. And eventually, he agreed to cut the hot dog up into 4 perfect pieces, adding a little swoosh of ketchup and a swoosh of mustard onto each plate, and finishing them with a quenelle of sauerkraut and a quenelle of relish. Then, before we served at the table their final savory course, which happened to be a honey lavender glazed Muscovy duck that had been dry aged for 2 weeks, utilizing a technique that had taken years to perfect, we brought them their hot dog. I introduced it. To make sure you don't go home with any culinary regrets, a New York City hot dog. Guys, they freaked out. I'm not kidding. At that point in my career, I had served thousands of dishes and many, many, many thousands of dollars worth of food. And I can confidently say that no one had ever reacted to anything I served them better than they reacted to that hot dog. Each person said it was not only the highlight of their meal, but of their entire trip to New York. And they'd be telling the story for the rest of their lives.